Okay, so when they first announced Resident Evil Village, the Gold Edition was going to include a third person for the story, for the main story of Resident Evil 8, I was actually super hyped because I was like, this is awesome. They're going to give us the choice of either going through the game in the regular first person or the classic third person, like we've seen in the majority of the series. But when I saw footage of the gameplay at the Tokyo Game Show, I did find it a little sus that we couldn't see Ethan's face. And so that begged the question, are we going to be able to see Ethan Winters' face finally? Is he finally going to get a face reveal? Well, apparently the answer is no. He's not going to get he's not going to get a face reveal. What? So, according to an article written by Gamerant, it basically states that even though third person will be coming to Resident Evil Village, it's been confirmed that Ethan's face will not be shown, no matter how hard players try. In an interview with Inside producer Masao Kawada, said some effort was put into making Ethan's face invisible, adding that he is supposed to represent the player's ego. Okay, okay, this is just too much. You know, the other thing that I found kind of sus as well was is that when I was watching the footage in the Tokyo Game Awards when I went live, the other thing that I was also thinking was, and I did mention this in that live stream, was that, how are the cutscenes going to look? And after I finished with the live stream, I actually did do some research and I looked at other videos at the Tokyo Game Show that had more clips, as you can see right now. Yeah, you still don't see the cutscenes in third person. It just switches back to first person. So I thought that was really weird because I was like, okay, it makes sense since this is just the DLC. They're not going to remake the whole entire game since, most of the mocap was done in that perspective of first person. So I thought that kind of sucks. But I was like, you know what? I'm still going to get my hopes up for this DLC because we'll finally be able to see Ethan's face. Well, no, apparently that's not going to happen. So, director Kento Kinoshita chipped in by saying that even if the player turns around to face the camera itself, it will change the angle or just back away. Kawada then went to jokingly say that maybe someone will verify it, but it sounds as if Capcom does not want fans to see the protagonist's looks, even from this perspective. Now, the article does state later on that in a previous interview with IGN, producer Masachika Kawata stated that implementing third person in Resident Evil Village was a lot of effort, almost on par with creating a brand new game. The studio wanted to make this mode as good as if not better than Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3. Much of the work seems to have gone into emphasizing Ethan's movements, such as moving while crouching. So this whole thing, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's kind of weird. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, we actually did see Ethan's face. Well, apparently in development, no, his face was always invisible. Now, I know there's a bunch of pictures of Ethan's face, supposed face online. Like you could go to several Instagram profiles of people, fans of Ethan Winters, that'll have Ethan's face there. But apparently that's not his face. Apparently his face was always just a cutout. It was always invisible. They purposefully did that in development. And so I just figured with them making it third person, they were actually just going to use that model, of face and stick it on Ethan. I thought we would actually see his face finally. But the fact that they didn't do this, it's kind of just makes it a little lazy for me. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird experience playing in third person, but you can't see the person's face. Like, what other game has done that? Like, I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm actually super intrigued. Now, don't get me wrong. I still really like Resident Evil 8 as a game, and I think it's awesome that we're gonna be able to play it in third person. I am gonna be streaming it on the channel when it releases next month. I think on October 28th, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, I am still hyped about the DLC. I'm still looking forward to it. I want to see it. But if anything, I just find this to be kind of just weird. It's kind of a shame. I wanted to see Ethan Winter's face. Like, come on. We can't see his face. Really, Capcom? Really? You really had to do that. Well, in any case, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below and click this video if you guys want to see my full concerns that I have with the Shadow of Rose DLC. Thanks for watching.